Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Outpost Engineer. Let's get back to it. Now, between episodes, actually I will get rid of some of this mycelium while I am talking. Between episodes, you might remember last episode I was trying to figure out how to get the silica shards, I guess. And when I went into the inventory here, I've got all this sand. And we tried putting that into the furnace. It did not do really anything to get us the silica shards, even though there's a recipe here saying, hey, all you need is sand. Well, what I did between episodes, you'll see in my inventory, I've got a different kind of sand here. So I'm kind of mousing over it right now. You can see that. So here's the sand that I collected earlier, 387 units. And then this one, I've got 2 of this sand. The way I got this sand was just putting a mining drill down on a sand deposit. And so I guess that produces a slightly different kind of sand. Now that's, to me, is a little confusing. I think it'd be better if this other sand that we mined by hand was called like unpure sand or something, or muddy sand or something different. But anyway, the way we will get shards is by throwing a mining drill down. So we may do that this episode, start producing that, because we're going to need that for some of the machines that we want to build, or some of the other stuff we want to build. So also, let's see, last episode, I think we got to the end of the tech tree. I don't see anything else that we're going to need to get to here. Looks like the tech tree, we've done it. All right. Let's see. We'll wait till this thing goes and see if it shows anything. Sending data report. That may be just a data cube that just got put in automatically. Yeah, but there's nothing. Oh, we're missing it. It just moved and I didn't get to see it. I could see the shadow move, but I didn't get to see the dish move. Anyway, so there's not much left to do here. We've got some junk in here. I'm actually going to take out these iron bars. Or you know what I'll do? What I'm going to do, the stuff that seems like it's potentially useful to us, I'm going to put it back into this box. But I'm going to pull up these inserters. And then maybe we'll just leave one box. Oh, look at that. That's a little bit of a bug there. A little artifact of a bar floating there. For the stuff we don't want, like the mycelium and this extra iron ore, I don't really need this. We'll just use this line of molecular analyzers as kind of a garbage disposal and just get rid of stuff we don't need. I'll steal that copper cable back though. And let's see, I got a little more mycelium I can dump. But yeah, we'll use this as our garbage disposal. And then eventually maybe we'll take up this mining drill. We don't need to, in fact, I can do that right now, right? Let's take this one up because it'll save us some electricity. The analyzers use some electricity too, so it's a little bit of a waste. I suppose I could take this container and actually I can take this and maybe put a container here for junk that we can get rid of. Let me just do that. This is all unnecessary, by the way. I'm just doing it to do it. Just to have a place to get rid of garbage. Anything else? Yeah, I don't need iron ore. Got plenty of stone. We mine that by hand. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm not going to throw it away. Copper blocks. We'll see which of these things we need. So the other thing we did last episode is we plunked down the first electric furnace, so we can see that in the distance. It does actually billow out some smoke out top too. Not sure how that impacts the pollution. But we wanted to finish this line out with the electric furnace, with the second electric furnace here to actually kick out the, what does this guy produce? It produces, what do we have them set to? Steel bars, right? And then steel bars turn into the steel beams. Yeah, steel beams. And what do we have in here? 2. So this production is super slow. So I'm thinking if we could put another electric furnace here, and then we won't need to keep refilling these coal boxes in the back. That's something we want to get to first. And I think I have one on me. Yeah, there it is. I see it in the toolbar. Let's just jump right in and start doing this. We know we got to do it, so let's do it. Pull this stuff up. I'm not sure it's going to fit. We've got this kind of iron deposit here. I think that's iron. Yep. It may get in the way of the furnace. We may have to belt out and get away from this hillside a little bit. but let's just try it. See, this guy is so big, man. So big. We're going to need to take up our little constructor, I believe. So let's take that up. Probably the power pole too. Hey, there's another beam sitting there. Can't get to it. So there's a few little artifacts, little glitchy things that happen when you move. When you move items or machines that have materials on them, it seems like sometimes these little artifacts get left behind. All right, what do we want to do? Let's plunk down another power pole. Or let's clean this up a little bit. Let's clean this area up a little bit. I'm kind of in a hurry, but then I'm just making things more messy the more I rush. So I'm going to make a little more platform out here. I'm going to clear out some space just so it's not so crowded and messy. And then let's put down some of the foundation blocks that we've been using. Is that them? Yeah, that works. Let's do it. And again, this isn't necessary strictly, but it's going to help things look a little better because it's looking pretty sloppy here. I don't want to take the whole mountain back, but we can just beat this back a little bit. All right, that's a little bit better. I'm happy with that. Is that thing floating, that little bar of iron? Yeah, a little steel bar. I could use it. I tried to right click on it and it's not letting me pick it up. So it's just an artifact that we can't make use of. All right, let's get rid of this power pole. And then I want to put one behind here for the furnace, the electric furnace. And we're going to standardize on these. We'll probably get rid of all of the coal burning furnaces over time. I don't see a reason to use those. I'm imagining, or I'm guessing we can make everything in the electric furnaces that we can make in the coal ones. This power pole is not connected to anything. Let's take this up just in case we need the space. And then probably want to put some building blocks along here or some foundations or whatever I choose to call them. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Let's do that. Boom. Boom. Oh, we got one guy that needs to be mined out. That was not predicted. Take that out. And this while we're at it. Probably this here too. And just get this looking a little bit better than it does. Fill in this hole. Boom. And then boom, boom. Got some more digging to do there. That looks good. That looks good. That's good. Again, I'm just hitting the control key when I place. You have to be kind of straight out from where you want the blocks to be. Can't really do it on an angle. Okay, cool. Let's try and place that furnace again. I'll switch hotbars. And let's plunk this guy down. Can you do it? Probably not. Yeah, that ore is just going to be way too much. Yeah. Too much in the way. We cannot terraform our way out of that one. Boy, that's going to be kind of ugly through here. How far? Boy. Yeah, we're going to have to pipe this out a bit. I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of diagonal conveyor belt. It's not going to be the most ideal looking thing. We can always make it look nicer later or never. But I'm thinking we'll put this right here. Before we do, let me clear out some of this and build some more foundation. So it looks all right. Not as bad, not as shortcutty. All right. All right, let's start filling in and see what we can get. Not bad. Yeah, right now we're at almost like a perfect level as far as the height of the ground. I'm able to plop down these concrete blocks pretty easily. Let's keep it going. That is a cool feature. being able to build like this speeds things up tremendously. And I think it looks better. There's a bunch of different blocks too. If you saw in one of the previous episodes, I kind of did a little bit of experimenting with the chisel tool. And there's several different textures depending on the material that you're applying the chisel to. You know, if you're applying it to a steel block, you're going to have different options for the texture or the look than if you apply the chisel to like a sandstone block, or in this case, a concrete block. But I liked this texture the most. There's a bunch to choose from, and I think the developer just added some more textures in one of the more recent builds. So expect more to come. Now we're going to want to belt out of here, but let's first get let's see where we can get the furnace placed. We're going to have to just stick out. So how far do we want to go? I'm thinking right there. So just plunk that down. Let's get our inserter. I'm thinking one will go there. We've got room for 2. Let's put one here. Oh, we could actually come in at an angle with the belt. Do we need 2 for this or not? It's pretty slow. Let's do 2. We'll do 2. Maybe overkill. Fill that hole. And now let's get this inserter. I don't think this one will spit out onto a belt. The electric furnace. Now some machines, like this guy right here, constructor, that's a little, let me get off of the build tool here so you can see. But this little brick pattern here where my mouse is, that's actually a belt coming out. So we could hook a belt up directly to these. But since we're plunking from one machine to another, I don't think you can feed any machine directly from a belt. And I could be wrong. Maybe you can. I haven't tried it yet. So maybe we could try that, but let's not get distracted right now. Let's go ahead and put a belt down for what we're currently doing. I should probably check my inventory on belts too. I'm not sure how many I have. Okay, let's come through here and snake this down just one. Boom, boom. And then this one, I want to kind of have these come across. This may be overkill. I don't know that we need 2 inserters to make the steel bars, but can't hurt. I imagine it can't hurt. Let's throw another power pole down. I'm going to drill this out a bit. Maybe I should have left one more block of room so I didn't have to do this. Still don't need to do this, but I want to put a power pole back here, kind of out of the way. Just take some of this back a little bit. It might look a little better. And then I'll put down the little foundation blocks, concrete blocks. And then we'll slap a power pole down here. I'm just thinking if I can knock this little hillside back a bit, things might look a little better. All right, let's go ahead and drop some of these guys down. A little more mining. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Not perfect, but I don't want to spend all day doing this. Let's see. Let's go here with our power pole. Oop. Boom. Don't want to. Oh, it doesn't want to place. Why not? Is that hill? That hill's in the way. There's one right there. Let's do that. And I'll go for wire, cable. You to you, you to you. All right, so now that guy's got power. Might have to pick a recipe. How about steel bars? What do you need that you're not getting? You should have electricity. You don't, because we're not. Yeah, we're hooked up. We're hooked up to the network. Let's see, what is the issue? Oh, I got my inserters backwards. Done that several times before, so that's not too hard to diagnose. That looks right. Whoops, escape out of that. All right, this guy's doing his thing. It's slow. You know what we could do? Let's see. This is kind of the weak link, right? If we wanted to, we could put another electric furnace here kind of in series. Run an output belt in front of this. That might make some sense. Because this is really slow. I think this is the slow part. So yeah, I'm thinking put another furnace right next to it. Another electric furnace. We'll have to beat this mountain back a little bit if we want to keep it in line. And then maybe split off this belt of iron bars to come behind the electric furnaces and then feed from behind and then have the output belt in front. And then we can have our little constructor take the steel bars off of that output belt out front, or we can snake it in or something and then make the steel beams. But I think this is the slow part of the process. In fact, it still hasn't made an iron bar, and we should have enough electricity. Let's look at this guy. I have a hard time understanding this. Consumption is 16 out of 22. Production is 16. But we should have enough power, right? We've got like 3 coal-burning generators way out by our coal deposit. So I don't think that's the issue. Let's go make one more electric furnace and do that. We may still need to scale it up, but let's at least start with 2 of them. We've got, what do we have in our inventory? Looks like we've got 1 stone furnace, but I've got some stone on me. I'm going to head over to our little crafting area. And let's just, actually, this is the guy we're going to use, right? So you need what? 2 furnaces. I've got 1. We'll go make another one of those. 4 steel beams. I've only got 2. But maybe, oh, we're in trouble. Yeah, I can't make this until I get the steel beams. So we got a chicken and egg situation. Let's go finish temporarily getting the steel beam production. I'm going to leave room. I'm going to go with kind of our initial plan. I'll show you what I mean. Let's pop an inserter here to pull out the steel ingots, slap them onto a belt here. And this belt is going to go for quite a ways because we want room for another electric furnace. And we'll still adjust things as we go, but I'm going to try and eyeball how far. Whoa, that was not what I expected. Doop. When I extend this platform out, and then we'll put the constructor that actually makes the steel beams from these steel ingots kind of way over here. And then as soon as we get 2 of them, we can make that second electronic furnace, because it takes 4 steel beams to make an electric furnace. We have 2. I need 2 more. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I'll chip this away. You can go, and you can go. So yeah, we'll put another electric furnace here, and then somewhere we need our little constructor. Now, I don't know if I should feed that in from the side. I guess it's a little more scalable if I just feed from the front. Or I could belt it in, but I could belt it in. All right, this is temporary, but I kind of want to see if I can feed this machine from a belt. So let's try it. Again, we're going to move this. This is not permanent. We're probably going to throw some of this away. I got to get power out here, so let's grab a power pole. Boom. There you go. Again, we may move this stuff around once we get that second furnace Boom. And then this guy needs powered. The sun looks kind of cool. Drop this guy down. Boom. Let's pick a recipe and see if this thing actually takes it. It does not look like it's gonna. Right? So it's got power. It does not want to be fed from a belt, which is kind of strange, right? Because it outputs, it looks like it can output from a belt. Seems like you should be able to feed it with a belt too. Now I can try and rotate it. Let's try and rotate it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to make a difference, but let's just do it for science. We'll wire it back up. Boom. Whoops. Let me pick the cable here. I don't have it highlighted on my hotbar. Boom. Okay, there it is. We'll pick a recipe again just to make sure that's not the holdup. It's got, I know it's got power. So yeah, it doesn't like it that way either. I think it will output, but it's just not going to take that as an input. That's not a big deal. You can try and eyeball this. How about we leave a little bit of space, change hotbars and find that guy again. And we need to leave room for the inserter. I'm going to go, let's go like this. And then we'll pop our inserter guy here. He's going to pull from the belt. And let's extend our belt this way. Get a recipe on this guy. The steel beams. And then power him up with some power cable U to U. And then let's try the outputting with the belt and not using an inserter. Let's try that. Think that works. I think that works, but maybe I'm wrong. What are you waiting on? Do you not have enough power? You need 4 steel bars, so you're waiting on a steel bar. Yeah, this is slow. So we're gonna have at least 1 electric furnace. At least the way that we have this set up, I can push this out and scale it out. We may need to do another zigzag. Just like we have this furnace kind of in far and then this one pokes out. We may need to have more poke out because I can take back this part of the mountain, but I can't move these ore deposits. And we get a bunch of iron ore here that we're not going to be able to move. So we may need to kind of zigzag out here. Probably makes sense to pull your raw material. If you're getting a raw material near the mountainside like this guy, it probably makes sense to like immediately pull that out towards the ocean and then build your production lines rather than kind of hugging the mountain like I am. So let's just see. Yeah, there it is. There's our iron beam. Oh, come on. It's not letting me pick it up. Let's see. Do I need to? Oh, come on. No, I can't afford not to grab that. Let's see if you can feed a storage box. I don't think you can. Nope, doesn't look like it. So we're going to need, just again, this is going to be temporary. But let's at least get this fed into a storage box. Yeah, I kind of think, yeah, I'm not sure I wasn't able to pick that up. I was going to say, I kind of think you should be able to feed it in from a conveyor belt if it's going to spit it out from a conveyor belt. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, if that makes sense or not. Yeah, we got to wait for 4 bars for every steel beam, and we just need 1 more steel beam. Then we can get a second furnace going. And I bet, it looks like the iron bars are fine. We could, while we're waiting, we could start to clear out some of this and get a belt going for the iron bars that can come behind the furnaces. Because I kind of like that idea. I think we're going to need to feed like, man, at least 3 or 4 electric furnaces producing steel ingots or steel bars from the iron bars. Let's see how much of this I can take back and just make it look a little better. Okay, now I'm hitting the, I'm starting to hit the ore. There it is. That little block can come out. Let's do some of this while we're waiting for our 4th steel beam so we can build another electric furnace. And then, yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is throwing a splitter down over here. Do I have to go, probably need to go craft one of those. Let me see. I don't think I can craft it here. I got to go make one. Yeah, I need more inventory space too. I wish that was something that we unlocked in the research tree, but I think we're done with the research tree. I guess I can throw away the sand. That'll free up a space. And yeah. All right, let's go get a splitter. I think I can make those on the crafting table. We'll find out. The mycelium looks okay. I'm sure we're going to probably have to make, maybe right before the end of the episode, we'll run over to our power generation and take a look and make sure that thing's not getting overtaken with fungal blooms and mycelium. All right, what I want here is a splitter. Do they have MK2 splitters? I thought they did. I wonder, let's go check some of these other machines. We may want like the level 2 splitter. Ooh, that wasn't it, was it? Let me take a look. Particle accelerator. Nope, that is definitely not it. This guy. Nope. There it is right there. No, that's the regular one. Is there an MK2? There is. Should we bother with this or not? Let's not for right now, but at least we know we can make that in this guy, the assembler. I'm going to go back to the original plan. I'm just going to go to the crafting table. Hopefully I have enough bronze gears. It looks like I might come up short. No, I got enough. Let's just make one for now because my inventory is a little rough. We'll pop that splitter down, get a belt going for the iron bars behind all of these. In fact, we'll probably move this whole line. In fact, I may not even need the splitter. If I run this whole belt, right, what I'm thinking. Let's see. Belts. Okay. Here, here, here. Maybe we go back. Let's see. I'm going to slap an inserter here down just so I can see how much room I need. Yeah, that's as close. So the belt's going to go here. Right? Something like that. Cutting into that ore. I don't know that I can chop that away and make it look better. I don't think I can. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, that I can't really affect that. That's not too bad. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I may not need a splitter, right? So if we feed these furnaces from behind, all this will go away. We'll let this exhaust for now. God, I wish I could get that little guy, but I cannot. But yeah, I won't necessarily need a splitter. I do have to chip away a little bit of this mountain. And then maybe get some more cement blocks down here so it looks cool. And like I said, we're probably going to have to zigzag, and I'm probably going to have to kick out the next electric furnace because we're going to run up against this iron deposit. And I'm thinking we need 3 or 4 of these just so we have a steady supply of the steel beams. Build some of this in. Looks like I got to go at least one more, and I'm running into the mountain here. A little more terraforming. Yeah, again, I think if I were to do it again, I would, or if we do it again, I'm sure we will, because there seems to be a lot of ore deposits right up next to these mountains. The first thing I'm going to do is set up a mining drill and just pull that ore away from the mountains towards the shore, and then build my production lines like this, where the ground is a little easier to work with, and it's a little more, there's nothing obstructing the machines. So that's a little bit of a lesson learned. Let's chop away some of this, extend our platform. There's definitely a trick to doing the terraforming. I have not totally learned it yet. All right. We can clean this up with some concrete blocks. Boom. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. Boom, boom, boom. Whoops, that one I didn't mean to do. All right, let's see. You guys can see what I'm doing now. Let's go ahead and get this guy. Whoops. Let's see, 4, yep. Nope, 3. This guy can come back here. I think we can squeeze in one more electric furnace, at least right next to it, and then we will maybe start snaking this belt around. And all of this is going to move back. This constructor and this little iron box that we don't need. There is our 4th bar. We'll hold off on getting the electric furnace till next episode, but let's, like I said a minute ago, let's go take a look at our coal mine over here and our production and just make sure we're not overtaken by mycelium. It looks like we are. Turrets are something that we may want to get to soon. Maybe once we get these steel bars going, maybe the next thing we go after is turrets, so we can keep this mycelium back without having to come through and do what I'm doing right now. But we'll chew this away. I guess I can just dump this into my trash. We don't need to feed it through the molecular analyzer anymore. Beat all this back. Hopefully I won't take out too many foundation blocks in the process. And we'll take out that bulb as well. Each little block of mycelium, as I understand it, is represents some pollution that's been taken out of the atmosphere. So it's not the end of the world that it's still producing. That's kind of why I'm not going after the bloom right this second, because while I'm chipping it away, I don't care if it generates more mycelium. That's just hopefully a longer time, or that will just result in a longer time before the next bloom comes up. So doing the bloom last isn't the end of the world. Take all this up. And it's hard to do it cleanly without putting a bunch of holes in the ground. Not crazy about that part of it. All right. Here comes the bloom. We'll knock this thing off, and then we'll go check how everything's doing up here. Let's make sure everything's connected. Yeah, those two, our 4 generators are smoking, right? So we are generating power. I don't know if we're meeting the needs or not. It looks like we are. I can't tell. We may throw another generator down here pretty soon, just to make sure. All right, everything seems to be fine. I don't see any more problems. There's a little chunk of mycelium floating there. It's gone. I won't patch all these holes right now. Maybe once we get the turrets, we'll do that. We'll patch the holes in the ground. All right, cool. Let's call that an episode. We are still in the process of kind of automating the production of the steel beams. It's super duper slow to produce. So we're going to throw down several electric furnaces down to help speed that up. And then obviously I need to put some torches down here too. The lighting is horrible. We did unlock the street lights, so we could try those next episode too. And I think there are better power poles or smaller power poles. We could try those out as well. So, and then again, I mentioned the turrets. So kind of anxious to do that as well. And maybe set up some turrets where we're seeing these blooms popping up over and over again. All right, but that's it for now. If you like this content, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps my tiny channel grow. Definitely enjoy having you here on this journey of Outpost Engineer. The game, as this video posts, the game's available now in early access. So if you like what you see, man, give thought to picking it up. I really, really, really enjoy playing this game. But for now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks again so much for watching. I really, really mean it. And I'll see you in the next episode.